Let's bring in our contributors, Margaret Hoover and John Avlon and Mediaite's Concha. Okay, great to have all three of you with us. Let me just start with you, Margaret, just a quick reaction here. And I don't want to put you on the spot as a woman, but as a woman, when you watch that, what do you think?
Look, I actually, surprisingly, Erin, find myself really sympathizing with a woman who has clearly made a choice to stand by her husband. I don't think she's a victim here. I don't think she has Stockholm Syndrome. She clearly made a choice back when he was going to run that she was going to stand by him, and she's not giving up. She's not backing out. Maybe she's doubling down because she knew that this was. Look, these new sexting messages that came out can't be any worse than what he was doing years before, and he was doing a lot of them years before, even though they're awful.
Yes, they can, and here's how. They happened after he apologized to his constituency, to his city, and to her. After he said that whole essay, which is so eloquent and heartfelt, occurred before she found out that he'd been continuing this behavior under her nose in their apartment after their child's birth. That is a fundamentally different set of facts, and that should really make people's stomach churn, because it's just sleazy and weaselly in the worst way.
Even if you say, look, this is your personal issue, someone who does that, what do they do professionally? I guess it raises that question. And Joe, Rush Limbaugh weighed in on this today on his radio show. I wanted to play what he said about Huma and get your reaction, and also Margaret's, to this. Here's Rush.
Her loyalty is to Hillary Clinton, and her role model is Hillary Clinton. Doormats. Doormats with the promise of a payoff later down the road.
What do you think, Joe?
I wouldn't use the word doormats, but I'd like to use an example of somebody else who went through something similar. I don't know if you guys remember Elin Nordgen. That's the former Mrs. Tiger Woods.
Yes.
Yeah, Tiger got caught texting some women. Then it was revealed he was sleeping with half the waitress population of Arby's in Florida, right? What did she do? She didn't stick around to be humiliated not once but twice, to John's point. She didn't go to Tiger's apology press conference to stand by her man and make a statement. No, she didn't do any of that. You know what she did? She contacted a lawyer. She packed up the kids. She packed up herself. She got a divorce. She got half, and she went into seclusion without really talking to the media. Didn't do a tearful sit-down with Barbara Walters. She is the exact opposite of Mrs. Weiner, a woman who believes that Hillary Clinton's moral compass is something that should be admired.
She also took a 9-iron to his car, as I recall. But
it was an 8-iron, John. 8-iron.
That's right. Yeah. Come on, get your facts right here if you're going to weigh in on that one.
Hey, Margaret and Erin, let me ask you guys questions, all right? Because we all have something in common here, and I think we all know what it is. All right, Margaret, you're pregnant. Yep. Erin, you're pregnant. Guess
and Joe,
what? My wife.
Are you breaking biology?
I am. Well, no, she's not here. But
your wife, okay.
My wife is pregnant as well. Okay, so Margaret, let's say John, all right, was caught doing this. He was forced to resign from the Daily Beast and CNN.
Very uncomfortable with this line of reasoning. Go on.
Okay, Joe, I mean, all of a sudden, he's turning.
Look, of course, but you have to, look, maybe this is something your wife could understand, Erin can understand. There is something about trying to keep your family together in a time of very, very high
But let's say that happened. Look, but let me finish.
I can't say I'd be forgiving. And look, you and I both know you're pro-wife. I'm sure if she has any good judgment, wouldn't be forgiving either. But
break
look
out the 8-iron.
Look at.
But Margaret, a second time after you're pregnant, he's doing this while you're pregnant. It's one thing if you're not. If you are, I think that's a whole new level of perversion. Well, and Erin, I'll ask you the same thing. Would you do that if your husband did this twice?
But I think just get Margaret give a chance to finish answering it, because you're saying you would have done something, and certainly even after that time you would have done something.
What we just heard from Melina Cho is that she found out about this many months ago. She still decided to help him run for office. So she already made a decision. Look, you know, who are we to second guess why she's made her decisions? This is not about a payoff. She is not a doormat.
But what is it? You both agree that she's not a doormat. But let me ask you this question though, quickly before we go. So obviously, if there's love involved, there's love involved. No one's you can't judge anybody else on that, okay? But what you can say is, what does she get out of this? You look at the Rush Limbaugh comment. He's saying, you know, she's promise of a payoff. As Alina Cho reported, a friend say that she's very ambitious. She has gotten $150,000 in donations for him, 20 contributions over 5,000. Right under 5,000, the maximum allowed. She's the one with the contacts and the sources and everything else. She doesn't need him.
No, that's right. And look, and that's part of the tragedy here, and why I think Stockholm Syndrome could apply, because she is a strong, capable, independent woman. And the whole reason this campaign's going isn't because she's being a character witness at a press conference. It's because she's been able to call in the favors to run a credible campaign. And that is the secret of this. And the fact that she now, with this new information coming in, is standing by him, really does her a disservice, let alone their family in the city of New York.
All right. Well, thanks very much to all three of you. We appreciate it. And this is certainly something that gets a lot of conversations going, as you could see here. Thanks to all of you. All right. And